are you doing?
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at. And hopefully you have grabbed your cup of coffee. You've got your partner watching this with you. And you're super excited to be... I forgot my coffee, by the way. And we're super excited to be here Saturday morning. So hopefully you guys have had an amazing week so far. And we are looking to close out with a bang so that you guys can start your week next week with a bang. Okay? So, happiness is a state of... it's really not just a state of mind. It's a state of being. So, the big question is this. How do married couples like us who have busy schedules, run high-performing businesses, face challenges daily, raise multiple children,
and yet still remain in love, passionate, and happy like when we first dated?
That is the question, and this show will give you the answers.
Welcome to the Savanh Family Show.
Master your relationship, your life, and your business now.
Welcome back. So, we just talk about, we're going to start a new tradition. So every episode when we first started, we're going to ask you to celebrate a win. Do you have a win that you wanted to share with us? Something that have happened this week, happened, yesterday. What is the one win that you can celebrate with us? So for us, at least for me, is we are actually celebrating that we're going to be doing 2 live training today to change people's life. One of them is we're going to be helping people who wants to put their business online, but just scared of putting them online. We're going to be doing a live training to show them how we are going to handhold them to get them to finish everything that they need to do in 21 days. So that was a big win.
Yes.
And the second win is we're going to be hosting another training about how to hire a virtual assistant, because right now in the time that is tough, everybody's kind of tight with budget. So, I wanted to teach people how they can hire a virtual assistant, since I've been doing that very successfully in the past 8 years. So again, if you guys are interested in something like this, the link is down below. So you can feel free to check it out. But again, that is my win. So that is our win. So what about you? Yes. What is your win? Type down below. What is the one thing that you win? Maybe it's maybe because you wake up in the morning and you have a big smile on your face. Maybe you wake up in the morning, you start your morning ritual. Maybe you wake up this morning, you found a perfect cup of coffee that you have. Another celebration that I have is I woke up early this morning and went to buy donuts for my kids, and I bought all the perfect donuts. Everyone that they like. So I feel so much better, so good right now. And we're going to say 1, 2, 3.
You rock. Yes. And welcome to the Savanh Family Show. And if this is your first time watching us, that is my amazing, beautiful angel of a wife and business partner, Phyllis Savanh. And my name is C. Savanh. And look, we're super excited to be here with you to share with you today. We're continuing our topic on how to be happy series. And today the topic is choosing to do happy stuff.
Yes.
Right? Choosing to do happy stuff. And, it's amazing when you just wake up. It's a choice, right?
Yes.
It's a choice. It's a decision, right? And there's things that happen to us. For sure. There's external stuff. There's things going on. We run multiple companies. We have multiple teams. We have, the pandemic. We have the news. We have family. There's a lot of things happening to everybody.
Yes.
And the difference between those that are super happy and those that are not really is choice. I've seen that. Yes. It really is a choice in the person internally to choose to say, you know what, I'm just going to be happy. I'm going to react in a happy way. So if you guys have not watched our previous episodes or any of our previous videos, please do. We have a ton of them. We'll be doing about 300 videos this year alone. And then please look forward to the next episodes. It's going to be amazing. Yes. So, look, we have choose to do happy stuff. So we're going to share with you a couple of tips. And, happiness is something that me and my wife have really harnessed and have made a commitment and a decision to say, you know what, no matter what, we are going to be happy people, because this is the best example of leadership that you can have, that you can do for your children.
Yes.
And you want them to be happy children. You want them to grow up to be amazing, awesome adults.
Yes.
Well, you have to choose to be happy first, right? So this is why for us it was a decision. I remember going to UPW, and I remember Tony Robbins on stage. He says, "Change happens like that." And when I didn't really understand what that meant. Change happens like that. until really just recently, lately, he said it again, and he says, you know why? Because things happen or change happens, a breakthrough happens just like that. It's because it's not what you're going to do, it's what you believe you're going to do. So it starts with belief. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. No wonder when somebody says, you know, I can create a breakthrough like that, or I can make a change like that, or I can be happy like that. It's because you believe it, right? Yes. That's the very first thing. You believe it. So happiness, if you sit here and says, can I really be happy? Yes, because it's not what you're going to do. It's about what you believe you're going to do.
And I think most important thing too is also you choose to believe it. Just like what Cece is saying, you know, choose to do the happy stuff. You have to choose. Because again, you know, growing up, we focus on what we don't have and what we need to improve on. So happiness, it's almost like you're having a guilt when you're having happy because you are not supposed to be perfect yet. Yeah. So why are you happy, right? I remember the old time we were working. I mean, we choose to be happy. I think very early on in our career when we were in Sitcor, it was like 12 years ago. 12 years ago. 10, 12 years. And the environment was really happy. Literally, like it was so calm, it's so exciting. Just like right now, we have it with you on YouTube, and we have employees that go home and they tell their mom and dad, like, "Man, I really enjoy working at this company." They say they must be a cult. Something is wrong. Leave, run.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you shouldn't be happy at work.
Yeah, right? And I was like, why is that? Because again, you know, that was my first impression about work. Then when I do a lot of research, literally, that's what mom and dad always say: if you're miserable at work, that means you're successful. If you're happy at work, something is wrong. So, you know, choose your career wisely. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's a really crazy pre-frame. So, so we really don't know how we're happy, but not being happy. We're maintaining we always say have good attitude, but we're not choosing to really genuinely be happy.
Yes.
Until we get into the Tony's world.
Yes, most definitely. So the 2 tips we're going to share with you today is the first tip is a very simple tip, right? Plan your happiness. That's it. You know, it's like, wow, yeah, right. You're like, it's not mind blowing at all, but yet, you know, it's so simple, but yet people don't do it, yes. Right? We don't plan our happiness, yes. Right? We just kind of go with the flow. We just kind of do whatever is needed, and we do whatever. And instead of sitting here, just think about it. When was the last time, if you have ever done it at all, have you just gotten maybe a white piece of paper or even a white board and just listing down all the things that makes you happy, mm-hmm. that you can actually plan out, right? Yes. And it's not just like, oh, I'll be, you know, I'm this person every day, but then, you know what, when I go on vacations, I'm happy. Well, that doesn't make sense to me, right? And if that is, that's okay. Then guess what? Then plan it. Plan yes. more vacations. Does that make sense? Yes. So, and, you know, choose to be happy every day. You can do it every day, but then when you actually plan it where, you know what, you know, if I do these things, it just makes me happy. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. Like I would be happy once a year or twice a year when I go on these big, massive vacations. I mean, that's just, to me, it's be miserable over the year and go and be happy in those 2 times. That's just crazy. So list down, just like literally, if you have never done it, just list down all the things that make you happy. I would highly suggest doing that right now, doing that now. But what you do is once you do that, start planning them. Small things, big things, just whatever, just simple, right? You're like, it's so simple. Like, I don't even know how to tell you what to do, but it's just that simple.
Yeah, I mean, again, it can be as simple as I plan to be happy today. Everything that is going to happen my way, that I usually will react in the default mode. Like, gosh, you know, the alarm went off. Gosh, the 5% battery go up.
Like, I love tickling my wife. That makes me happy, right?
Just choose to ignore all those, you know, making you feeling negative sensor and laugh. You know, like we talk about, you know, laughing yoga, right? Laughing yoga, I just, and I was like, this is so silly. But man, he is just so popular because.
Have you ever done that laughing yoga? It's just amazing. Lights up your world.
Yeah, we'll put a link down below so you can start recognizing it. Maybe we'll do a ritual on laughing yoga for a session just for the sake of it. Yes. Because again, happiness is really easy. You really just have to choose it by what? By just raising your cheekbone and start smiling. And another way is to raise your eyebrow. Okay, raise your eyebrow and smile. See that?
Yes.
So from not so happy to happy.
Yes, definitely. It's just very simple. Yes. So plan your happiness, right? Do the things, But first, you got to start by listening them down. Just why don't you sit down today after this? Just list on all the things that make you happy, right? You don't have to list the unhappy stuff. Just list all the stuff that makes you happy and start planning them. Start doing them. Man, this, I haven't done this in a while. Ah, no wonder. Maybe that's what has affected you from preventing you from being happy. And if that's it has, then just start really planning your happiness. Okay?
Yes, and at the same time, when you're listing them on, you turn on your RS system, kind of like a binocular. You're looking at everything that is happy now. It's almost like, if I ask you, hey, have you seen taxi lately? And all of a sudden you see all the yellow taxi running around. Yeah. Same thing, if you list down the happiness, what really bring you joy, you start to have this binocular, you're just looking at all the happiness.
Yeah, your mind focuses on it, right? The reticular activating system, your RES focuses on it. So it's just kind of like buying a car. You buy a car, all of a sudden you see that car everywhere. You buy that dress, you see that dress everywhere. Why? Because your brain focuses on it, right? Yes. Because you have it. It's important to you. Yes. So if happiness is important to you, it's on your list, and that's something you want to start planning, your brain will start finding it. Does that make sense? So, and then the second tip that we have for you is hang out with people that make you happy, right? That's why I like hanging out with my wife. She always makes me happy, just like that. But that's just simple. You're like, see, I got out here this morning for you to tell me how to plan my happiness and hang out with people that make me happy. I know that. But if you know that and you don't do it, you don't really know it. Does that make sense? So, it's simple enough to, when I was creating this, I'm like, man, should I share this? Because it sounds so simple, but yet I just know there's a ton of people out there not doing it. And I know because I've been there. Yes. I've been there myself where I did not plan my happiness. I've been there where I knew that I shouldn't be hanging out with negative Nancys, right? I knew that, but yet I did it, right? But, there's a knowledge gap between knowledge and actually doing it, right? So it's very different. So we just wanted to be here, remind you, and we wanted to make it very light and simple to be, we're not here to rock your world today whatsoever. It's just to be like, oh,
baby, but you just rocked my world with this topic.
Yeah, but the simplicity of it, hopefully it did. It's like, gosh, he's right. When was the last time I planned my happiness? When was the last time I hung out with people that makes me happy? And if if you're hanging out with somebody that makes you, not happy, then if you're in that current state right now and you know it, then that goes off your list of who you shouldn't hang out with, right?
Yes, absolutely. Right now I started to build some of my core groups. People that we call the
core peer elevate.
Yeah, co-elevate group, and I'm associating myself with more Tony Robbins people, and I just feel so much more joy, and not just joy, like genuine joy. Like people are really genuinely happy for your success, genuinely wanted to share with you, genuinely. Looking at things in a positive way, even if there's a challenge, like what is the good in it, right? What is the good that's bring out to it? So again, choose to hang out with people that really make you, happy, and not with people who really drain your energy. Sometimes, the truth is we're running business, so there's gonna be time that we're gonna have a conflict, and he become negative Nancy. I was just like.
All right, Nancy, and I hate that.
Away.
I hate that. I'm like, I'm not Nancy. I'm this powerful dude, right? So every time Nancy brings up, I'm like, okay, that makes me happy, right? That changes my state immediately. So that's called changing your state. That's changing your triad, right? From one triad to the next. Talk about warp speed change. You call me Nancy, I'm changing. Does that make sense?
So make sure if you see that he's grumpy, just type in Nancy, 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 Nancy.
Yes,
okay?
Hey Nancy, yep, exactly.
Yes.
So, and if your name is Nancy, we're not offending you by all means. It's just it's a name I gave that particular personality.
I think negative Nancy is a saying, right?
It's there anyway.
Yeah. However, we do meet with a lot of nice Nancys. Yes. So I'm sorry if you're Nancy, just please tell me that you're Nancy.
Be happy. So,
yes.
If you like this video, please hit the like button as well as comment. If there's a takeaway, if there's something that you do that just lights you up and makes you happy, and you say, man, ever since I've done this, I have just been the happiest person on earth, right?
Yes.
And share it with us so that we can share it with the world. And please subscribe to our channel. We want to help grow us because we want to always impact lives. Yes. And this is just amazing, fun stuff that we love doing. And then hit the bell icon. This way, when we go live and upload new videos, you guys will be alerted every single time.
And we also promise that, every single video that we do, really, it's from our heart to your heart.
Yes.
And they're always in a good state. We're always most likely going to be very happy. So again, if you feel like your energy is a little bit low and there's something that you really wanted to get yourself, Yeah, come watch us so that we can give you the energy. We can borrow you some of those energy so that you can feel good and then go attack whatever you need to attack throughout the day.
Most definitely. And below there's some links, right? Any links on getting to know us, learning from more from us, laugh yoga, whatever that we say on this video will always be below. So the question of the day is, are you going to sit down, right? What is going to make you happy? Are you going to sit down and write it out, plan it out? And are you going to start crossing people off that naughty list, right? So that you can be happy. So that is the question of the day. So just kind of summarize everything, guys. We this is our How to Be Happy series, and today's topic is choosing to do happy stuff, right? Choosing to do happy stuff. And the 2 tips that we gave you is plan your happiness. Yes. And second is hang out with people who make you happy. Okay, so we love you. We look forward to seeing you on the next video and series, and enjoy the rest of your day. If you like this show, subscribe now.
Remember, mastery starts here.
See you on the next show.